This is like when people say, "What's the weirdest thing that you ever got?" Who wears a jacket with holes in it? Oh my God! Look at that. Why do I have these?
All right, so I see there's a ton of stuff behind you. I feel like everyone watching right now, it's like a kid in a candy store. We're gonna play what I like to call Rock and Tell. And Rock and Tell is basically show and tell with cool rock and roll memorabilia. Impress me. Show me something cool.
Okay, I'm going to do like a lightning round because I found stuff that was so funny. I thought, well, I can't talk about it for long, but really fast, I thought, why do I have these things? I kind of embarrassed myself. All right, so I found this. It says pack of strings used by Keith Richards, right? So why do I have these? That's really weird. Okay, so I'll put those over there. Okay. I have a slide that was actually used by Jeff Beck, so you can tell I'm a guitar nut, right? I'm a fan like that. But okay, now this freaked me out. Okay, so this is a picture disc of the original Surfing with the Alien. But what's really freaky is look who's on the back.
Oh my God! Look at that hair!
Oh my God! Look at that. I think I only looked that way for like 10 minutes at this photo session. This was done in London in, I think, 87 or early 88 or something like that. But, oh my God. And
I appreciate him.
What's that? I don't know. That is so weird. I did find my Deep Purple pin. I got a pin for, going on tour with Deep Purple.
Nice.
And then this came out and I thought, okay, now what is this exactly? I found out working in Chickenfoot with Chad Smith that he has a phobia about the creature from the Green Lagoon or whatever he's called. And
how do you make that a phobia?
I don't know. I mean, Chad is a big human. I mean, he's a big gregarious guy. How could something like this freak him out? But it does. So I keep it just in case I need to get him to do something.
Right.
And he's resisting. But okay, that's the silly stuff.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay, now there's this. So we do all these dinners, crew appreciation dinners, when we go out on G3s. But look at those photos. I don't know what happened there. That's a funny laminate for a cool dinner. And then the last thing in the freaky department, I got to reach over here. Okay. All right. Your audience is going to freak out about this. This is like when people say, "What's the weirdest thing that you ever got?" Right? And so right now I'm doing this. I'm saying, "Hey, Katie, I want to rock." Look at that. That is so freaky.
Hey, little Joe.
This, there's a puppeteer. I think he's in Ottawa, Canada. He's really brilliant, and he made this for us, and we thought it was really cool, and we hung it in the back of the tour bus, and then it just freaked everybody out. It was like, after 2 days, they said, "Could you please put that away?"
The marionette has got to go. That's awesome.
So, okay. That's weird. All right, so now real rock and roll stuff.
Okay, the real stuff.
All right, so this is probably the guitar that's the most famous. It kind of goes with this jacket. Okay, so who wears a jacket with holes in it? I do, apparently. Got this for the Summer Song video that we put out for the album The Extremist, and the guitar was new at the time. We hadn't really started figuring out how to do chrome guitars, but it looked good with the jacket, and I think I wound up wearing that jacket for an Alice Cooper video as well. I think Hey Stupid, I think that's what it was called. Yeah. So, but this guitar is like in a couple of movies. I used it in Christopher Guest's For Your Consideration. I had a teeny little 3 seconds where I'm in the band, and then I played the national anthem in the movie Moneyball, and this was the guitar I used as well. But
is it tuned up right
It is. You want to hear something?
Yeah.
I got to plug it in. There'll be a noise of some kind. They don't always work, these old ones, so let's find out. It works! Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yes. This guitar was the original one that we started the idea that we could try to chrome a guitar. We eventually figured it out with this. Obviously, this is a new one. the JS1CR. This is great, but it took almost 30 years to figure out how to put chrome around a wood guitar.
How scuffed up and damaged? I mean,
well, you can see.
It looks really good.
Yeah, the original chrome, as you can see, started to bubble up and crack, and this was a different formula, and so we would put clear tape over it. I mean, it's been on lots of tours and albums since 1990, yeah, and but they figured out how to do it. It's a complicated thing, and of course, chrome is dangerous for the environment and for the people working on it, so that had to be dealt with as well over the decades.
Okay.
But it's really, when you pick up an old guitar, it feels like, hey, I remember that. I used to play differently.
Since you have the two chromes, do you always do you gravitate towards the original old chrome guitar?
Oh, I got a lot of chrome guitars, more than two. I had three of these originals. One got stolen in Clearwater, Florida. It's still stolen, by the way, and I'd like to have it back, whoever it is that's got it.
Do you search on eBay every once in a while and look for it?
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's pretty sad.
Around town, have you seen the guitar?
I mean, everybody. I mean, I don't know how someone's just going to have to keep it because it's pretty iconic. So, but I have two of the original old ones, and I don't bring them out that much anymore because they're so dear to me. But we use the new ones, and they sound great. Used them on the new record and the last couple of tours, the G3 tours and the Hendrix tours. I got to think. This one was really cool. Check out this artwork by Jeff Bauer from San Francisco. He did this all with pen and ink. It's all snakes. It's just nothing but snakes. I use this for let's see, My Kind of Girl and Future in the Past, Chicken Foot songs. Yeah. And then how did the other one go? Just kind of remembering these as they come to me.
Winging it.
Just winging it. What else do I got?
You mentioned Chickenfoot, and for those of you watching right now, if you don't know Chickenfoot, where have you been? But Chickenfoot is this great super band. It's you and it's Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony, and obviously Sammy Hagar is huge over here at Access TV. Give us some scoop. Tell us a story about Sammy that he's going to say, I cannot believe Joe just pulled that one out.
Oh, would I say that? I can't do that to my buddy.
Weird habits, food phobias out on the road, add some weed to his demand list.
Are you kidding? Food phobia? That guy knows how to live. He knows how to eat, knows how to drink, knows how to have a good time. I think that's why everyone loves it when he runs on stage, because he exudes that lust for life, and he brings such a positivity, to everything that he does. I've never seen him do anything to dangerous excess. I guess that's the most important thing, He loves his tequila, his rum, he loves his wine, his Pinots, and but I never see him go too far. And same thing with food, He's just got a fantastic palate. He's got a great nose for wine, cheese, you name it. And then, of course, his sensibilities for rock and roll are pretty amazing, Like that song I was just playing, I think I brought that in. It was pretty kind of metal sounding, and I think Chad was thinking we should lighten it up a little, Joe, not so metal. And but what Sammy did with it was really bring it sort of to the fans, what I mean, his lyrical approach and just his spirit, and that's no surprise, right? I mean, everybody knows that he's got just fantastic spirit.
All right, we are still doing Rock and Tell. Do you have one more item you can present for us?
I could. I was looking at this one. I don't, I have very few instruments that I keep at home all the time, but for some reason I was looking at this one. This is the Super Colossal guitar. I did my first green screen video for the song, the title track from Super Colossal, many years ago in LA. And I was talking to my son early this morning. He was actually with me at the time. He was a young kid at the time. And the reason why I came up is because the two of us are working on another green screen kind of video for a song off the new album. And I was thinking about, when did we do that last? And it was so long ago. But this also wound up doing for Chickenfoot, besides heavy duty work for the Super Colossal tour, and you can see that on Satriani Live, the DVD. This is the down the drain guitar, so this was used a lot in Chickenfoot 1 as well. It's got a very thick, heavy sound, and I always hear it every time I hear that. And along with the chrome guitar, what was that song? Turnin' Left, yeah. Those, just great times. I have.
In the collection behind you, you said like you can hear it and you know it. I mean, truly, if we blindfolded you and had someone pick up the guitars and play them behind you, would you be able to say exactly which one it is?
That's a great question, because it's when people say it's all in the fingers, they're kind of right, because. And I'll tell you, this is a perfect story. So many years ago, 1991, my good friend Steve I, we get invited.
Hi, my pal.
Yeah, we grew up together. We went to the same high school.
Right? Didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've known each other since we were kids. And so we got invited by Brian May to join his musical extravaganza for this Guitar Legends concert in Sevilla, Spain. And so we spent a couple of days in London rehearsing with Brian and the band. And of course, Steve and I are geeking out over Brian's guitar, So one afternoon we get the courage to go up to Brian and say, Brian, can we try your guitar, So Steve tries it first, and he looks at me and he goes, do I sound like Brian? And I said, no, you sound like Steve. So I said, let me try it. And I picked it up and I said, do I sound like Brian? He goes, no, you sound like Joe. And we were so disappointed, because we thought, well, if we bought one of these guitars, we could sound exactly like Brian. But in fact, there's something going on here in the fingertips, and it doesn't let your personality lie. It just, comes out. So some of the,
behind the instruments.
You can't, and without getting too guitar geeky, some guitars are quite different than others. Like this one and this one are very different structurally. And so someone would be able to tell pretty quickly. You'd be able to know there was some kind of difference between them. This one here's got more hardware, different wood. So yeah, this is mahogany and it's got a hardtail and everything. So that's gonna change the sound quite a bit. But most of the time, there's a couple of types of guitars, maybe 3 or 4. That'd be, once it's the same kind of guitar, like if you had 4 people try out, 3 different chrome guitars, I think it'd be really hard to tell,
Well, thank you so much for spending so much time with us today. I really appreciate it. I hope you don't get too stir crazy inside, but no. Stay inside. Be safe.
with all this crazy stuff I have, no, I'm like a kid in a candy store.
I just imagine every morning you wake up with your coffee and you're just like dusting this guitar, got to dust.
I do.
Guitar.
I actually, how silly is this? I have an Ibanez coffee cup, right? So, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm hopeless.
Well, we will check out the new album. It was released at the beginning of the year, so people can still enjoy it, even though it's the summer months. And we'll keep our eye out for all the new stuff that you have been writing. So thank you.
Thank you. Stay well.
Hey there. Thanks for watching Access TV. Subscribe, follow, like, and do all the good stuff. And make sure you leave a comment below. I don't know, just let us know what your favorite Access TV show is, or who your favorite bands are, and what artists you're into, or just say hi, man. I like to be told hi. We love hearing from you. That's the point, all right? Keep it coming.